What up? Big Herc 916. Positivity, motivation. Never settle for average. Go pick you up a hat over at nsfa.co and represent, because I know you're not average if you're watching this channel. Call me late to the gate on this one, but I guess they said Colin Kaepernick, he did a documentary on Netflix, and he compared the NFL Combine to a slave auction. And I've had this discussion with somebody else too, and they said, you go up there, and you're on a block, you get a contract, which you get bought, and then you get taken to a team, which is maybe considered a plantation, and you're out there playing. If you get hurt, then you're sent walking, and then you have to go try to find whatever type of employment and blah blah blah. But I don't think the slaves ever made that kind of money, man. If you look at it, you can twist a lot of things into relatable slave context. And yeah, you could say, okay, this guy's up here, they're testing all his athletics, they're looking at slaves, they're looking at them for their genetics, and they're trying to use them to breed and to create this bigger offspring, and they did all these things. And the comparisons, you could say, oh, it's similar, but you're not getting whooped on the football field. You're not out there against your will. You can easily go do something else. You can go and become an engineer. You can become a scientist. You can become an astronaut, airplane pilot. You didn't have to go to play in the NFL. There's a lot of other things you could have done. I mean, yeah, they're making a shit ton of money from advertising dollars. They're making a ton of money from the clothing and the sale of all the different products, and the guys are getting paid, man. It's sad when you look at a teacher and you look at an athlete, and you say the teacher doesn't make what the athlete makes, but the athlete it's a public figure, man, and it's what they've promoted, whether it's a football player, a basketball player, baseball player, a soccer player, a singer. They base that income on their ability to draw a crowd, their ability to entertain. And entertaining is, a distraction, and distractions pay well, And ex-Giant Jack Brewer, he rips evil Colin Kaepernick over the Netflix documentary. So he actually spoke on it. And this was in the New York Post. This is actually November 2nd, 2021. So it's an old article, but I just stumbled upon it because somebody pointed out the documentary, and they weren't black, and they were like, look at this. And I'm looking at them like, you really don't get it. A lot of these people who aren't black, they want to make it seem like the black struggle. Look, man, when you're a multi-millionaire and you are talking about the laws or struggle, you're full of shit, man. You're not in the struggle. I know people who want to put themselves in a struggle when they're making high 6 figures, 7 figures, and they've got the formula. So therefore it's not a struggle for them. For you to try to say that, you want to be, pulled over, harassed, and have a situation with the police so you can say it happened to me, you got to be a damn fool. If you ain't doing nothing, you ain't in the wrong place. The odds are most likely you're not going to get into any shit. But yeah, shit happens, but it can happen to anybody. But to say that, oh my God, it's so racist and this and that, and you're making 7 figures, 9 figures, 10, come on, man, shut the hell up, man. And Colin Kaepernick, dude, you're light-skinned. Your parents, people who took care of you were white, and you're talking all this shit, man. You made it. You became the top, and just because you turned one thing and it turned into something else, and it morphed into something else, and you had BLM run with it and stole a bunch of money and did their thing with it, all off of what you did. Now you're saying is slavery? Come on, bro. You know, this is all about the divide, man. Jack Brewer, a former NFL defensive back who appeared in 13 games for the New York Giants in 2004, came out swinging against Colin Kaepernick, saying that the former 49ers quarterback has an evil anti-American spirit and is sick and disgusting. Brewer was referring to remarks that Kaepernick made during his Netflix documentary, Colin and Black and White, in which the former quarterback compared the NFL Combine to slavery. Jack Brewer says that Colin Kaepernick is sending the wrong message to black American youth by comparing the NFL draft to slavery. What they don't want you to understand is what's established is a power dynamic, Kaepernick said. Before they put you on the field, teams poke and prod and examine you, searching for any defect that might affect your performance. No boundary respected, no dignity left intact. Come on, Colin. You ain't been to prison, homie. You talking about dignity, man. Get the hell out of here. The jump and they look at your arm span. Man, come on, bro. You ever have somebody look in your ass? You ever have somebody look down your mouth? You ever have somebody look on the bottom of your feet, ask you to bend your head over to try to see if you have an afro, if you have a shank in there, look all in your mouth? Man, come on, bro. Get on the ground. Dude, you have no idea what it means to have no dignity left, bro. You're a multi-millionaire, Brand. You're a multi-millionaire. You know what you can do? You know what options you have? From there, the documentary illicit imagery of slave marketplace. This new Colin Kaepernick documentary that's penetrating the minds and hearts of so many of our underserved black kids across America is the single largest threat to black men in the United States of America, because right now folks are thinking that they're victims and are living in the most prosperous, the most opportunity of any country in the world. Brewer, who played 4 seasons in the NFL, Brewer said on Fox and Friends First on Fox News. Yeah, dude, I mean, Colin, man, go to Egypt, you know, and try to see how the opportunities are just so at your disposal, or try going to Ghana or some of these other places, Nigeria, Morocco, and see what the opportunities are. Peru, El Salvador. Come on, bro. I mean, America's not perfect. It has a lot of issues, but dude, half the shit these kids are doing over here and able to get a second chance, you did that in another country, you would be dead. You wouldn't have it, your hands be cut off. You wouldn't have an opportunity to speak out. You'd be beat up. I mean, dude, you don't know what oppression is. Dude, you went to college. You made it to the NFL. You were part of the 1%, 1% of the 1%. Come on, man. You made it. And you're crying just because, okay, you sued the NFL. You got paid. What is your argument, man? I don't get it. It's like, dude, you know, you want to talk, man. You want to help some people. Talk about how your family motivated you to become one of the greatest quarterbacks in the league at the time, and how you made it to the playoffs and did this and did that. Talk about the positive, bro. You accomplished something young men dream of and only a few will ever achieve. And you're putting a dark shadow on something. Yeah, there's always white owners, these families who own these teams. They're making a shit ton of money. We know that, bro. We know that. All we can do is build our wealth up and eventually piece up and get a team ourselves if we are able to get into that club, which we already know it's a club. But at the end of the day, if you have wealth, you can change the trajectory of your offspring, and that's what it's about. You're not out here talking on the NFL talking about killing other blacks. You're not out here robbing other blacks. You're taking some hits. You're running the ball, but you're creating opportunity and wealth that can help your family, and hopefully you invest that and become more successful. You have kids that are hopeless, and then you go out and push this mentality, and you're supposed to be someone that's a leader. Think about the movement that this guy started, the opportunity that he had, that he could actually come and promote positivity to young black men, telling them how great this country is. He doesn't have the spirit in him. He has an evil anti-American spirit and is sick and disgusting. And one more thing, that even Netflix, someone that big and popular, were to even put something out like that to penetrate the mind of these kids should be illegal. Kaepernick started 58 regular season games for the San Francisco 49ers between 2012 and 2016. In his career, he won 4 playoff games, reaching the Super Bowl in early 2013, which the 49ers narrowly lost to Baltimore Ravens. Kaepernick's decision to kneel for the national anthem in 2016 ignited or perhaps revealed staunch polarization and divisiveness that has continued in sports culture and politics to this day. You guys let me know what you think, man. I mean, you know, I wasn't that gifted in sports to make it to the point where I could make millions of dollars and invest and travel the world and meet people and open doors. But I know for those who have had that opportunity, whether it's him, whether it's LeBron, whether it's Kyrie Irving, whether it's a number of different people, Shannon Sharp, dude, it gives you a platform and you can create hope, man. You can inspire people. The divide, man, if you're with the divide, bro, you're part of the problem. You're part of the problem, man, because it's not a race thing, man. It's about economics. Either you have or you don't have. There's a gang of rich Africans, but they ain't giving it to the poor Africans. Go to any African country, you're talking about black this, black that. Go to any black African country, and the leaders are selling off the resources to China. They're exploiting the people, and the people are still left there broke. They sold most of those countries have sold all their rights off to China. They don't own. They just get paid and they keep it pushing. Only the families of the leaders are wealthy. Everybody else is struggling. And you talk about trying to create opportunity here, man, shit. You got people here all day long that can make shit happen. And people talk about death and murder of their own kind, and they're making millions of dollars off of it. So if you want to address, why don't you address the whole culture in which is so it's so disorientated, dysfunctional. Address that, Colin. Address the dysfunctionality of some of the music that they're promoting on the youth. Some of the things that they're promoting in the classrooms for the young people that are confusing them and going to create who knows what kind of problems going into the future. You want to talk about addressing some things? You let yourself become a political tool, but you're not seeing the big picture. And in my opinion, man, you are blessed, brother. You're blessed. You're where black men dream of being, man, having that voice. But you apparently you're being used as a tool, and it creates tension. It keeps people hopeless. You're saying that basically don't do any of it because it's gonna make you a slave. What makes you a slave? What makes you a slave, bro? For real? Want me to tell you what makes you a slave? When you listen to dumb shit like that. When you decide to do crime instead, or you decide to rob somebody or kill another brother, or hurt your people, and think it's cool, and you call them a nigga because if you call them a nigga, they don't have a name, therefore you don't have to create value with them. Instead of being Michael, James, Russell, you say, oh, that nigga. So now it's just a derogatory term. So you killed something that was derogatory. You didn't kill an actual individual, a person with a soul, with a family, with a life. Talk about that. They ain't killing nobody in the NFL. They were killing slaves. They're not killing. They kill you in prison. You can't get killed in prison. You want to talk about shit? Prison is slavery, brother. You commit crimes, you're going to go into slavery. You will be an indentured servant, working for pennies on a dollar, having some warden or somebody up in there looking your asshole, telling you when to eat, when to shut your mouth, when to stand up, when you can go to bed, when you can get up. Come on, bro. NFL ain't nothing like no damn slavery, man. You want to see slavery? Man, go to Long Park USP, bro. Go visit some penitentiaries and you see some shit that's blood curdling. Some of the stuff that goes down in there, and some of the stuff you got to deal with looking over your shoulder, that's slavery, bro. That's a horrible, horrible situation. And with you and the power that you have, the fact that you were able to get to where you're at, you can inspire so many kids to leave the streets, bro. But yet you want to tell them that's even slavery. That opportunity that might help get you out of somewhere, that can give you the hope you need, is gonna be a negative. Man, come on, bro. You could do better than that. I'm not even trying to beat you down. I'm just kicking it real because we beat each other down enough, so I don't want to beat you down. I'm just trying to kick some real shit, Colin. holler at me, bro. Let's holler, man. Nike gives all these contracts to athletes and to all these people who are promoting criminal activity, hip hop artists and everything. Give it to a brother who's really putting out a great message on the platform. Give it to Fresh Out. Big Herc 916. We kicking real. I'm not talking about hurting nobody. And I try to actually say that it's a setup. Because I'll tell you right now, sports, man, you look at it, if you can get there, you can change your life and your family's life. Drugs, the streets, the crime, man, it ain't shit, bro. I've seen it at every level, and it ain't shit, Colin. It ain't shit, bro. I would have much rather been at a college, hanging out, learning plays, taking whatever I had to take as far as these drills and training to get somewhere, and using that as a platform to do other things and live my life rather than lose years for doing dumb shit because I didn't have no mentor, no coach, no male figure giving me good advice. Start giving some good advice, bro. That's all I'm saying. Give some kids some good advice. You want to sit down and chop it up, bro? Let's chop it up. I'll tell you right now, man, the way you're painting a picture and the life you've lived, bro, and I'm not saying my life was all ghetto and cracked out, but I'm saying that I've seen some shit and I wish I wouldn't have seen it. I wish I would have had other opportunities. And now that I'm here with my little platform, I'm just trying to lay some young people up because there's a lot out there that they could be doing that they don't think they're capable of, or somebody's not exposing them to it. And you should at the least be trying to expose these young people to the opportunities that you had that helped you become successful, and you can change a lot of lives, bro. Big Herc 916. Stop walking around with a crusty butt, smelly ball sack, and a funky hoo-ha. Big Herc said, wash that ass. Pick you up a t-shirt at freshoutseries.com.
Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at freshoutseries.com.
Hello, I'm Big Herc 916. Contact me for life coaching and motivational speaking.